Hello and welcome back to another one of Paul's beer reviews. I hope you're all doing well today. I'm going to be reviewing a golden ale for you this evening. This is one of the beers that was kindly sent to me by Matthew Smith last week. I did an unboxing video last week, which you may have seen. And this is one from Bowland Brewery, who are local to Matthew. And this is a can of their Harrier, described as a spectacular pale golden ale, coming in at 4% ABV. Really like the artwork on this one. First beer I've ever had this from Bowland Brewery. These guys are based in Clitheroe, up in the northwest. Yeah, Matthew's stomping ground. So he's recommended these guys to me. I've got a few beers from these, and I love the artwork. I love the font, everything they're going with. It's probably got a classic kind of English art style to it, which I really like. Lovely illustration of a Harrier on the front of it, which is beautiful. So what does it say about it? It says, our top flight ale, a stunningly refreshing beer filled with soft citrus and peach flavours. It doesn't say a lot else than that. Contains barley and wheat. May contain oats and rye. 440ml can. This one was only canned in June, so it's quite a fresh one. So enough waffling. Let's get this golden ale out of this can. Into my glass, see if it's light. It's really lively, but then it has travelled. So that should have been expected. We'll let that sit. That's developing a massive head. Lovely aroma coming out of that. Really nice. But yeah, I don't think that head's going to go anywhere, do you know? It's starting to pop away a little bit, but this is a travelled beer, so it might have a bit of life in it, this one. Let's top it up a bit. See how much I'll get in there before the head says no. Head says no right about there. So we'll put the can there so we can admire the artwork. Just get a little bit closer. There we go. Bosh. So there's the beer in the glass. Very much a golden ale. We've got a lovely 27 finger, a good three and a bit finger of foamy looking white head. Underneath that though, if I get that condensation off the glass, you will see loads of carbonation roaring up. And it's a pure gold looking ale. It looks every bit the golden ale. That head is just starting to dissipate now, starting to go down a bit. But yeah, lovely gold colour, loads of carbonation rushing up the glass. Head is, say, pure white, just starting to pop away a bit now. See if we can get a bit more in here. As soon as it goes in, it's just bang, big explosion of carbonation. But I'm going to get this in now because that head is just starting to give up the ghost. There we go. Bish bash bosh. So Bowland Brewery's Harrier Golden Ale. And there she is, and that's about as good as it gets, really. That's a lovely, solid two-finger head now. And if someone poured me a pint like that, I'd be extremely happy. But that carbonation, again, is massive, roaring away on that. It looks lovely. Looks lovely. Let's get me snouting, see what the aroma is telling us. There's a lovely sort of grassy, sort of honey lemon, subtle citrus aroma. Not really getting the peach, but definitely sort of a slightly grassy, slightly lemon balm. It's very citrusy. It's very floral. Floral, honey, lemon, slightly grassy. It smells quite inviting. Let's get stuck in. Cheers. Quite malty, nicely hopped, slight bitterness on the back end. Expected a bit more sort of citrus sweetness, a bit more sort of, you know, honey lemon. I was expecting a honeyed citrus type sweetness on the flavour. Doesn't really come The aroma's starting to die down a little bit. Slightly dry finish as well. Body's quite considerable to it too. Really coats the palate. It's dry. Definitely has a dry flavour to it. It's slightly grassy. It's slightly floral. But expected to be a little bit sweeter. Getting nothing in the way of peach on the flavour. Very subtle citrus. It's quite malty. It's like biscuity malt. It's on the mid palate. And then towards the end, there's a dry bitterness. And it lingers as well. But that's not bad. That's not bad. Not amazing. It's not doing anything incredible. But it's a perfectly drinkable golden ale. If you're a lager drinker and perhaps want something with a little bit more flavour, you might quite enjoy this. I like that hoppy bitterness at the back end, that slight dryness. It's kind of reminiscent of a Pilsner. I just would have liked a little bit more sweetness at the forefront of the palate. Nothing much comes. Like I say, a bit of grassiness. Slightly floral. Tiniest bit of citrus. But I think you just need a little bit of sweetness there. And so it's a sort of biscuity malt. Gentle carbonation throughout. But the bitterness. I think the bitterness and the dryness at the back end is the prominent characteristic of this beer. It's drinkable. It is drinkable, but it's forgettable. I'm going to be honest. It's going down pretty easily, but this is the first beer I've had since I finished work. It's been a long day today. I feel like I've earned this, and it's going down very, very quickly. So in that sense, it's a winner. If you go into the pub after a long day's graft, and this is the first thing you have pulled for you, you wouldn't complain. It's good quality. Good bit of lacing on the glass. It's a well-made beer. Excuse me. Not particularly complex, but it's a perfectly drinkable golden ale. Doesn't do anything incredible, but I would drink that again. I'd fancy a go on this on cask or keg. I imagine that might give this beer a bit more complexity, a bit more body. Yeah, it just needs a bit of sweetness for me at the forefront. Let's say there's a bit of citrus, a bit of floral flavour, biscuity malt, and a dry bitterness at the back end, which I quite like. I do like a bit of bitterness. But all in all, that's not bad. It's not bad. It's a half decent, run-of-the-mill golden ale, which I'm going to give a 6 out of 10. So Bowland Brewery, with their Harrier, with their spectacular pale golden ale, 6 out of 10 for me. Once again, thank you to Matthew Smith for that. Got plenty more from his box coming up for a review, so stay tuned for those. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you have, and until my next one, you take care.